Right now at 10, federal funding threats, Congressman Derek Van Orden's new proposal, and a possible price hike for Wisconsin livestock markets, what the proposal would mean for farmers across the state. Plus, Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez is hitting the road, why she's making stops in every county across Wisconsin.
Watching WKDT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. Congressman Derek Van Orden is proposing a new bill in response to comments made by two Eau Claire City Council members. News 8 Now's Jadius McGee joins us in the studio with the latest. Jadius.
Congressman Derek Van Orden is working on a plan to pull federal funding from Eau Claire. This morning, he threatened to withhold millions for the city of Eau Claire over comments made by city council members Aaron Brewster and Joshua Miller about Charlie Kirk's assassination in Utah. He said, quote, federal dollars will not be going to support communities that have hate mongers celebrating the assassination of American citizens in their leadership. Some Eau Claire officials are pushing back, saying the city should not lose funding over freedom of speech.
Just really disappointed that he would threaten to take away funds that Congress has already approved in response to remarks being made. I still believe in the First Amendment and freedom of speech, and I think that's really important, and to not punish people for exercising their rights.
Van Orden's office told News 8 Now that in order for these situations to be rectified, the two individuals will either need to resign or be fired. Reporting in the studio, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, JDS. State livestock regulators are looking to increase fees for livestock markets, dealers, and truckers for the first time in more than 15 years. The increases would apply to licensing fees and related charges. Fees were last increased in 2009. According to the proposal, the hike due to a projected budget deficit. The Wisconsin Farmers Union's president says the fee increases for dealers could impact farmers and consumers.
It all depends on what the middle guy wants to do. If they want to take it out of the farmer's paycheck, they'll take it out. If they want to add it to the consumer, they'll add it to the consumer.
According to the DATCP, the proposal is a draft and they're asking for public comments before final decisions are made. Well, after last week's political assassination, parents may wonder how to discuss tough topics like gun violence with kids. We spoke to local mental health experts who say it's vital to give children space to express their feelings. Parents can do this by answering questions and staying non-judgmental. Since some kids might be reluctant, especially about things they saw online, a counselor recommends parents model open communication to encourage their children to talk.
The more that a parent is able to be like, I just had a bad day today, or this is really sitting heavy on my heart today, the more open your child is going to be with also talking about that with you.
Now, if you notice your child is starting to isolate more than normal, it's showing increased moodiness and is sleeping less, those can be signs to get more involved and potentially seek professional help. An Eau Claire man is accused of filming a UW Eau Claire student in the shower. Deshaun Barkus is charged with capturing nudity without consent. He allegedly recorded a woman in Tower South while she was in the shower. Now, according to the university, he is not a student or affiliated with the school in any way. The Chamber of Commerce hosted local lawmakers today. State Senator Brad Pfaff and Representatives Jill Billings and Steve Doyle attended the event. They highlighted this year's legislative session and funding secured for public education and health care in the state's biennial budget.
There was a sense of urgency there because of some federal money that was coming to help with our hospitals, especially rural hospitals. Would have really felt a pinch if we hadn't done the budget in a timely manner.
The Chamber's new CEO, Sam Sinta, was also introduced at the event. State Senator Kelda Roys is running for Wisconsin governor. The Madison Democrat announced her candidacy this morning. This will be her second time running. Roys says her campaign will focus on supporting public schools, creating jobs, and health care. She joins David Crowley, Sarah Rodriguez, and Ryan Strand in the Democratic primary. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez is continuing her statewide tour as part of her run for Wisconsin governor. Today, Rodriguez made a stop in Eau Claire. The goal of her tour is to meet directly with local residents to hear about the challenges they face. Having roots in Wisconsin, Rodriguez is visiting all 72 counties to build the future of the state together.
I think it's really important to hear from everybody all across the state of Wisconsin. So I'm in Eau Claire today doing another of my listening sessions because I want to hear what people want from their governor. I want to hear what people want from the administration. And I can't do that if I don't show up and listen.
Rodriguez was the first Democratic candidate to campaign for governor after Governor Evers announced he isn't seeking re-election. Well, a traffic alert for drivers in La Crescent. Elm Street is closed. Contractors are blacktopping the road today and tomorrow. Use 3rd Street and Oak Street as detours around the work zone. Well, it's officially the last week of summer, and we felt it this past weekend. A little bit of a cool down today, but we're heating back up, and then possibly a dip later in the week, Greg.
Yeah, clouds kept the temperatures down a little bit today here, but the humidity levels remained the same. We did showers and thunderstorms for some areas, and we might have that chance going forward for a couple days before that increases. But right now, just a little bit of activity to the west. We've seen some in Iowa near Rochester. Overall tonight, you still might see some light showers or a thunderstorm. Coverage would be isolated, but that threat remains out there overall. Temperatures tonight, very mild conditions once again in the 60s to low to mid 60s and humid out there compared to what we used to be. Otherwise, in the morning, clouds will be out there. There's a shower opportunity potentially all morning long and afternoon, but it's fairly light. Still, we're getting up to about 80 degrees with humid conditions. And the same story for La Crosse, too. There's an opportunity to see a shower off and on, probably early morning and maybe towards the noon hour, too. Once again, keep an eye on that. Otherwise, getting up to about 80 now. Yes, summer's going to continue, but we do have changes for the end of the week, which coincides obviously with the first day of fall too, so we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Greg. The Onalaska Lions Club broke ground on their All Abilities playground today. The Every Child's Dream Park is at Community Park. It features accessible and inclusive play equipment. Officials say it will offer a space for every child to connect with one another.
So it brings them together, and they see and they work together and they play together, and they get a better understanding of each other.
Thole says the project costs about $800,000. Well, the 3rd annual nonprofit vendor fair took place in La Crosse earlier this evening. This year's focus, Building a Better Tomorrow. The event was designed to empower those who support kids with valuable resources and services from nonprofits that are dedicated to making positive impacts on children.
We're really centering around the next generation and supporting families, educators, employers with having those tools in their toolbox to help kids and families that might be needing assistance either from like Heart to Heart with keeping a pet in the family. We've got New Horizons here. We've got the Good Fight. Lots and lots and lots of different resources depending on what they need.
The event featured live music, speeches, and a silent auction. Well, the hunt for the Oktoberfest medallion is on. Oktoberfest USA released clue number 1 this morning. It reads, "Another summer has passed, and with most back from vacation, it's time for this year's fest, where tradition meets celebration. As the winds grow cool, it's time to pack away the summer gear, grab the flannels, a rake, and maybe even nab a beer." 10 clues will be shared until the medallion is found. Prizes include $500 cash and a souvenir medallion. Best of luck to everyone out there. Still to come, how President Trump is planning to expand his crackdown on crime. And the Emmys wrapping up the 77th annual award show. The big winners from last night's event when we come back.
Every accident is different. Different driving conditions, different injuries, different life circumstances. The insurance companies often use these circumstances to avoid paying you what you deserve. At Gruber Law Offices, we know how insurance companies can take advantage after an accident. Trust our experience and history of successfully helping our clients. And remember, there is never a fee until we win. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Quick Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes $50,000 and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
President Trump made official his plans to send federal troops to Memphis today. CBS News' Erica Brown has more.
President Trump signed a memorandum Monday establishing a Memphis Safety Task Force as part of his crackdown on violent crime.
The effort will include the National Guard as well as the FBI, ATF, DEA, ICE, Homeland Security Investigations, and the U.S. Marshals.
The move comes after the president announced he would deploy National Guard troops to the city.
In 2024, Memphis had the highest violent crime rate, the highest property crime rate, and the 3rd highest murder rate of any city in the nation.
For weeks, the president has also threatened to send troops to Chicago, sparking pushback from state officials.
Chicago does not want troops on our streets.
President Trump's crackdown on crime also comes as his administration takes aim at what they're calling left-wing extremism, following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
But the radical left really has caused a lot of problems for this country. I really think they hate our country.
Monday, Vice President J.D. Vance hosted Kirk's podcast and vowed to dismantle institutions that promote violence.
We have to talk about this incredibly destructive movement of left-wing extremism that has grown up over the last few years, and I believe is part of the reason why Charlie was killed by an assassin's bullet.
The investigation into the motive of Kirk's assassination is ongoing. The suspect in the shooting, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, is scheduled to be arraigned on Tuesday. President Trump will attend Kirk's memorial in Arizona this weekend. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
In your consumer news, beef prices are still on the rise. The price of beef is up 13.9% from around $5.58 a pound to a year ago to $6.32 a pound. Economists say tariffs, drought, and higher demand than supply are all to blame. According to the Department of Agriculture, beef could get even more expensive in 2026. Southwest Airlines is cracking down on lithium-ion batteries. Starting September 25th, passengers will have to remove the batteries from wheelchairs. The batteries will have to be carried to the cabin before the wheelchair is checked. The policy comes after concerns of the battery's flammability were voiced by the FAA. The 77th Annual Emmy Awards is in the books. The Apple TV series The Studio broke the Emmy record for a comedy with 13 trophies. And on the drama side, The Pit reached new heights, winning Outstanding Series. Comedian Nate Bargatze hosted the event. He had a strategy to keep speeches short.
I am going to donate $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of America. So every second you go over 45 seconds, we will deduct $1,000 away from the Boys and Girls Club.
Clever gimmick. $350,000 was ultimately donated to the Boys and Girls Club. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, summertime warmth, but even summertime humidity is going to continue for a few days, along with a few showers and storms. But like fall, we do have fall-like conditions approaching towards the end of the week. We'll explain all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
The National Home Furnishing Sale is back at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 15% savings in instant factory rebates from our best furniture brands. Plus, get 36 months special financing with no money down. The National Home Furnishing Sale right now at Home Furniture.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. Visit HometownChevy.com.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
They often say variety is the spice of life. Well, if that's what you're looking for, the Board Store is your destination, because we have variety. We have windows and doors. We have siding. We have sunrooms. We have kitchens. We have bathrooms. We have flooring. We have tile. Whatever your home improvement needs are, interior or exterior, there's no better destination than the Board Store showrooms at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
In the Northland, we're chasing fall by tackling the back roads and any type of terrain while going off the beaten path, even if there's a bump along the way. The only right way to get out there this season is in a Ford SUV that can handle it all. Now get $3,500 open bonus cash on a new 2025 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98, or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, we had the showers and storms today really because we mentioned this boundary which has really just been sitting overhead. It's very weak, not a lot of instability with it, but just enough during the daytime to spark some showers and thunderstorms. If you happen to get hit by one, some areas got almost up to 3/4, but a lot of areas saw much less of anything. Now this has continued to persist over the area, so we still got some activity that could come up the area. You can see some towards Waterloo. So that opportunity exists throughout the night, but it'd be scattered, isolated at best. Now really the big picture shows this is what we're going to deal with for a few more days. But then as you look out to the west, that is the area that's really going to be our issue going from Thursday and on, actually Wednesday night and onward. It's going to be a slow moving system that's going to produce showers and storms. But right now, I would say Friday night to Saturday looks to be the best opportunity for maybe some widespread rain. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of cloud cover more than actually precipitation for most of the days, and cooler. We'll get back to average. So really tonight, as you wake up, there still could be, like I said, spotty showers out there. A lot of cloud cover still humid as you wake up too. We'll see that off and on, maybe a little bit of a break in the morning time, and then I think instability will work with some daytime heating to get more clouds in the afternoon. And once again, we could see at least an opportunity for showers and storms. This is not picking up on it yet, because it is very weak instability, but it's a possibility once again, like we saw today, maybe a little bit less, that you could see that all the way through Tuesday evening. Otherwise, most areas will remain dry, warm, and humid. Now going forward, we do have more opportunities coming going into Tuesday night, Wednesday, but really it's Wednesday night into Thursday when we start seeing the one low, another one to the northwest. It's going to take its time to get here. So really we start ramping up chances for rain as we go into Thursday night into Friday as the low gets closer. But it's going to be very slow moving to the east along with the one to the northwest. That'll prolong the precipitation probably through Saturday. I think we'll still see some opportunities for showers even to Sunday too. It could even linger to Monday too if it takes longer. At least we'll have a lot more cloud cover going all the way through Sunday, so definitely a different weekend coming up. But you can see precipitation wise, we could pick up some areas. This is over 7 days too, over an inch, inch and a half, a little bit better odds further west where the low really is probably the deepest at that point. But we still could see some opportunities like today. La Crosse picked up 3/4, but that opportunity exists throughout the time period. Now for temperatures for tomorrow, if we keep not enough cloud cover, we should get up to the mid 80s. But if cloud cover is a little bit more than expected, maybe like today, we'll get to the low 80s. Still humid. Wednesday, the opportunity exists once again, low to mid 80s. Humidity will be there, and a shower and thunderstorm chance. Still low for the time period, even low going into Wednesday night. But then things do kind of ramp up, as I mentioned, towards Thursday night, Friday, all the way through Sunday. And those chances Friday night and Saturday could come up. That's an opportunity I'm looking for, maybe more widespread rainfall. As you see the temperatures come back to where we should be at this point by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Really, it's about the low to mid 70s for average for this time of year. So enjoy the summer heat and humidity. This weekend's going to be another flip of the switch like we had 2 weekends ago. Maybe not quite as cool, but we're going to have more precipitation. And we do need it. It's still fairly dry out there.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, trouble in Minnesota. The Vikings with a couple of injuries to key starters. Plus, hear from the Badgers head coach as Wisconsin's attention turns to Big Ten play. Jacob is up next.
If you have aging or cracked sewer lines that need to be replaced, choose Maxwell White. We make sewer replacements a stress-free process and make sure your lines are good to go for many years to come. For a limited time only, we're offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 36 months, or save up to $300.
Visit us today and experience the difference.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
The search for savings stops here at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best price furniture store. Stop in and check out our Poly outdoor furniture, relaxing swivel gliders, loves, and dining sets, available to customize. Inside, shop a huge lineup of Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Upholstery. Reclining or stationary sofas, loves, or sectionals available. Set the table or make the bed with sets from Ashley Furniture, and find the perfect rug to tie your home together. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Saturday's matchup with one of the blue bloods of college football kind of went how a lot of people expected it to go, as Wisconsin never really found their footing, losing by 24 to Alabama. The Badgers were right there through one quarter of play, just down 7-0, but then Bama drove 65 yards in 4 plays to make it a 2-score game, and Kalen DeBoer's team would not look back from there, going on to pick up a 34-18 win. With a 2-1 record in non-conference action, Wisconsin now shifts their attention to Big Ten play, where they've got Maryland this Saturday, an opportunity the team is looking forward to.
Obviously, this is the beginning of the Big Ten season, and that's where we've really had to focus, the entire preseason, everything. Not that the first 3 didn't matter, because they're all huge. In college football today, they get 12 guaranteed opportunities, and you got to take advantage of every one of them. But the real focus was like, guys, this is when the season begins.
Now, Fickell also said today that Billy Edwards Jr.'s status against his former team is uncertain, that he's, quote, day-to-day. Backup Danny O'Neal went 11 for 17 for 117 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions against Alabama. After a rough showing last night in primetime, things have gone from bad to worse for the Minnesota Vikings. Kevin O'Connell today mentioning in his press conference that the team will not have J.J. McCarthy or Aaron Jones for their Week 3 game against the Bengals, as both sustained injuries in the 22-6 loss to the Falcons. But O'Connell says regardless of who's in, the team simply needs to play better.
That is the nature of our league week in and week out. It's just hit us, pretty significantly early on here, and we've just got to work our way through it and try to weather the storm and play good football regardless of who's in the game.
And Cincinnati will be without their starting quarterback next week, as well as the Bengals receiving some tough injury news today, as it was determined that Joe Burrow will be sidelined for a minimum of 3 months due to a turf toe injury sustained in yesterday's game against the Jaguars. Reports say that today the Bengals reached out to the Packers about the availability of Malik Willis. Green Bay will host Cincy in Week 6. Let's check in on the Cotter girls soccer team, who is in action tonight. Just 10 minutes into the game, the Ramblers strike first. Sophomore Sophia Rivers knocks one off the keeper's hands and into the net to go up 1-0. We jump ahead to late first half. This time, this is Kendall Tober. She's going to find the back of the net to add another goal to Cotter's lead, but the home side would not stop there, with freshman Gwen Kahns adding a pair of goals with less than 3 minutes to go before halftime, and that would seal the deal for the Ramblers, who take this one in convincing fashion. Final of 9-1. In the second to last MVC girls golf meet of this season at River Run Golf Course in Sparta, it was all Toma as Timberwolf golfers took the top 3 spots. Sophomore Cadence Hasselberger wins with a 40. Riley Fritz takes second with a 42. Karma Hasselberger finishes third, 3 behind her sister. Onalaska taking second as a team, and Holman was third. And how about the weekend the UW Lacrosse women's golf team had? The ladies shot a program record team score of 615 at the D3 Classic to finish third out of 18 teams, and former Onalaska Hilltopper Allison Balduzzi tying the school record with an 18-hole score of 72 yesterday. She took 4th place overall in the tournament. Emily, back to football here. We're through 2 weeks of football pretty much. There's only one game going on still. It looks to me like the Packers are the best team in the league.
Okay, I mean, they look better than the Texans, that's for sure. That was
she was going through it during her Texans game.
I had my little shirt on and stuff. It didn't help their game at all. But yeah, they keep it up. We might be sending you to the Super Bowl here to cover
It's
them.
a long ways out, but fingers crossed. It's a long way. But Vikings, the tough start with injuries, you'll have that. Hopefully the Packers' luck can stay good with injuries on that, because that can really derail a season.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. All right, more news right after this.
Help your pup feel their best with water therapy at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our heated pool is perfect for recovery, mobility, and gentle exercise. Book your dog's splash session today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, man. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Right now, during our 70th anniversary sale, Lumberjack grilling pellets are buy one, get one half price for rewards members. And get $3 off Diamond Naturals dog food. Rewards members save an extra $2. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. Help us become the next state to implement them and save lives. So please call your state senator today.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Residents in Cape Cod, Massachusetts got quite the surprise after an emu escaped from a farm over the weekend. Christine McCarthy has the locals' reactions.
Where would an ostrich come from, Pam?
I don't think it's an ostrich. I think it's an emu.
An emu indeed. The huge flightless bird native to Australia seen strutting around Sandwich Sunday afternoon.
How do you catch it?
The friendly bird is owned by Nick Giamarco's dad and his dad's partner in Marston's Mills. He'd likely been spooked and jumped 2 5-foot fences.
I got a text message and followed by a phone call and more text messages that the emu, Walter, had escaped from the farm.
As sweet but scared Walter jaunted across town lines, Cape residents posted his whereabouts with references to his famous counterpart, known as the Liberty Mutual mascot.
Yes, he is a very nice bird.
Oh no, emu!
I'm seeing, it's going door to door and selling some insurance. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but maybe if it is, he'll stop in his tracks and I can catch him at somebody's door.
Walter, who can sprint 30+ miles per hour, would appear at the 18th hole on Holly Ridge Golf Course and finally a neighbor's yard, 3.5 miles from home.
My husband sent me a text and said there's an emu in our yard with pictures. And I was like, this is so fake. This is ridiculous.
Her husband called 911 and Giamarco arrived.
Took a little chase and I gave him another big hug and just plopped him right down.
My dad was like, yeah, and he was tackling him and there's feathers everywhere.
We met a tired Walter and his grateful owners who had feared a coyote or a car could have hurt him.
I just was hugging him, so hey, Walter, buddy. Yeah, so he is actually relieved.
Within minutes, Walter's trailer arrived, finally homebound.
I'm glad he was found safe. Little Walter, not so little.
Not so little at all. Walter's owners said they were just about to put an air tag on him to track his location before he went missing. They still plan to complete that task, hopefully soon. We'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after the break.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
How do you find the best personal injury lawyer? You ask other lawyers. Every partner at Bygoff and Rohde has been ranked in the top 5% by their peers. Hire the MVPs of personal injury. Call BGR.
Get an 11% rebate on your next landscaping project now at Menards. There's still time to build your patio. Menards has the largest selection of concrete pavers and patio blocks ready to take home today. Get started today with our free and easy-to-use design program in-store or on menards.com. Right now, get smooth patio blocks for $119 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
After high school, I joined Eagle Crest Communities. I did not know what I wanted to do for a career, and I really found a passion for working with our senior population. They care about me just as much as I care about them. Being able to be a part of their day is a really special thing for me, and it's given me a purpose in life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Some decisions you can make quickly. I'm all in. But when you're hiring a personal injury lawyer, trust me, you're gonna win big. Do your research and object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
All right, showers remain possible on Tuesday. I should say shower, not showers. So otherwise,
one shower.
Nah, there'll be more potentially.
Showers remain.
Could be one more. Warm and humid through Wednesday, the 80s. We'll have humidity, obviously, with the dew points in the upper 60s. It'll feel more like August type conditions. Now, the better rain chance comes really probably Thursday night and especially into Friday as fall arrives, and the temperatures will respond to more fall-like temperatures, but we're not expecting a huge cool down, just more average temperatures. So if you got plans Friday, Saturday, even Sunday, definitely plan on rain. At this point, don't know if it's going to be an all-day type of rain or washout any of those days, but it definitely will be available. Kind of a flip of the last weekend, too. So if you like summer warmth, enjoy the last 2 or 3 days here. There, got it.
And then it's gone, and hello fall on Friday.
Potentially.
Yep. All right, thanks for joining us tonight at 10.